Thank you very much, Andrew Latham, for joining us. Thank you very much for taking the time too. We now move on and move over to the Indo-Pacific, where Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba and South Korean President Myung reaffirmed security cooperation between the two neighbors at the Premier's residence in Tokyo. This comes just ahead of Lee's summit with Trump on Monday. This is Lee's first visit to Japan since taking office in June. The South Korean government last week expressed deep disappointment and regret after Japanese officials visited a shrine in Tokyo to Japan's war dead that many Koreans see as a symbol of Japan's wartime aggression. Meanwhile, in Washington, Lee and Trump are expected to discuss security concerns, including China, North Korea, and Seoul's financial contribution for U.S. forces stationed in South Korea. Japan and South Korea also share common ground on trade, with both agreeing to 15% tariffs on U.S. imports of their goods after Trump had threatened steeper duties. Listen in to what Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba and also South Korean President Myung have stated together.
の安定的な関係の発展は両国の利益となるものであり、同時に地域全体の利益にもなるものであります。また、日本、韓国、アメリカ、この連携の強化も非常に重要だと思っております。このような点について、大統領と認識を共有できることはとても喜ばしいことであります。
처음으로 알려져 있는데 그만큼 대한민국이 한일 관계를 중요하게 여기고 있다는 점을 생각해 주시기 바랍니다. 총리께서 지방 균형 발전에 각별한 관심을 가지고 계신 걸로 아는데 다음 셔틀 외교 일환으로 한국을 방문하게 되시면 서울이 아니라 대한민국의 지방에서.
We're now joined by Dr. Satoru Nagao. He's a fellow at the Hudson Institute and he joins us live from Tokyo in Japan. Thank you very much, Dr. Nagao, for joining us. Japan and South Korea, Dr. Nagao, historically a complicated relationship, but how can you describe it now and, of course, the importance of it going into these talks for Seoul with President Donald Trump?
Thank you very much for asking. In this case, if we try to understand what is happening, it's if we use left or right, it is relatively easy to understand. The current South Korea president is left side. And indeed, despite the ruling party of Japan, the LDP is middle right, people believe. Current Prime Minister Ishiba's policy is left, people believe too. So that's why Japan and South Korea, both leaders are left. The concern is US and South Korea. President Trump is, of course, he is representative of right. But South Korea's president is left. So that's why when the South Korea president sworn in, 3 days later, it was the first time the US President Trump called him and celebrate him. But at the same time, in the conversation, the President Trump warned the South Korea President Lee his relation with China. So that's why, in this case, right and left, and not good combination. When we check the history between Japan and South Korea, it's same. In the past, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was representative of right. So that's why that time the South Korea's President Myung was left, and the two leaders are not good relation. So that's why left or right. Left, in this case, good relation. Left and right, this is not good relation. So that's what is happening just now. So after, South Korea's president visit Japan before he visit United States because US do not want to meet him. So that's why after this negotiation between Japan and the South Korea president will visit United States. What will happening is interesting point. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nagao. Unfortunately, we have run out of time this hour. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us. Well, unfortunately, that is all that we have time for, but we will continue to bring you more news updates from around the world. Thank you for joining us.